You know, sometimes you can look at a single image, and it can tell a story that stretches across centuries. A book cover that's more than just pretty decoration. It's a key to unlocking a whole hidden history. Today, we're going to follow the clues on one of those keys and see just how deep the story goes. Okay, take a look at this. It's a really beautiful, ornate cover of a book. And yeah, at first glance, it's just this elegant design with some gorgeous Arabic script. But I want you to start thinking of this thing as a map, like a treasure map with clues that are going to lead us on a pretty incredible journey through time. So, the big question is, where does this map actually lead? What's the story that it's trying to tell us? To figure that out, we have to become detectives. We've got to follow the clues, one by one.
All right, our first clue is the biggest piece of text on the cover, right there in the middle, the name of the saint, Abdul al-Qadir Al Jilani.
This right here is our first major break in the case. This name points us to the original author, the source of every single word inside the book. So, who was he? And this is where you start to feel the real weight of history. Sheikh Al Jilani wasn't just some writer. We're talking about a 12th century Persian Sufi saint, a scholar, a preacher. I mean, a truly monumental figure whose spiritual teachings have been inspiring people for almost 1,000 years. So right away, we know we're dealing with something incredibly old and incredibly profound.
Okay, now for clue number 2. It's a single word right above his name that tells us exactly what kind of book we're looking at. It's a Divan, basically a collection of poems.
But a Diwan isn't like a novel or a textbook, and when it's coming from a Sufi saint like Al Jilani, you know these aren't just any poems. They're going to be deeply mystical, deeply spiritual works of art.
You could almost say that a diwan from a figure like him is where poetry literally becomes a prayer. It's a way of exploring that connection between us and the divine. So okay, we've got an ancient author and his mystical poetry. But our map, it has more to show us. If you look closely at the cover, you'll see a second name in smaller script, Yusuf Zidan, the scholar. And this name, well, this is our bridge right into the modern world.
Yep, that's Dr. Yusuf Zidan. And right next to his name, we get his official title for this project, a study and investigation. This guy is the second crucial character in our story. He's not the author, he's the investigator.
And that just begs a fascinating question, doesn't it? What does it even mean to investigate a book of poems that's 900 years old? I mean, this isn't a crime scene, so what exactly is this scholar's job here?
And this is the real heart of our story. The work that investigator does is what connects the ancient voice of that saint to you and me, the modern readers. It's a complex and absolutely vital process.
There's a specific term for this kind of scholarly work. It's called tahqiq. It's a whole academic discipline focused on critically verifying and editing ancient manuscripts. You can think of it like historical and literary forensics. The entire goal is to create the most authentic, most accurate version of a text possible.
So, how's it done? Well, first, a scholar has to literally hunt down every known copy of the manuscript, which could be scattered in libraries all over the world. Then comes the really painstaking work of comparing them, line by line, word by word, looking for tiny errors or changes made by scribes over centuries. After that, they have to verify that, yep, this work is genuinely from the original author. And then finally, they add their own scholarly notes to explain all the historical and linguistic context for a reader today. It's a truly massive undertaking.
So here's the bottom line. Tahqiq is the bridge. It's all that intense intellectual labor that transforms a fragile, possibly corrupted ancient document into a reliable, trustworthy text that we can actually read and understand today.
And this really puts their whole relationship into perspective, doesn't it? You've got Sheikh Al Jilani, he's the source, the original voice from the 12th century, and then you have Dr. Ziadan, he's the bridge, the faithful custodian in the 21st century, making sure that voice reaches us loud and clear. It is, quite literally, a partnership across 900 years.
So let's go back to our map one last time. What we thought was just a book cover, it's actually the whole story of this incredible collaboration. It represents a 12th century mystic and a 21st century scholar working together across time to preserve a piece of our shared human heritage. The entire story was right there, hiding in plain sight the whole time.
And that really leaves you with a final thought. If a story this rich, this amazing, can be hidden on a single book cover,
What other masterpieces, what other incredible collaborations across time are hiding all around us, just waiting for us to take a closer look?